Manship Monday. I'm Dustin.
And I'm Nick.
Today we're going to be talking about a couple Benchmade knives that we both like. We're going to be going over the Benchmade Mini Griptilian today.
Yep. We've all been carrying them for years now. Carried them for, I think I started carrying them right out of high school. I've carried the same one. Actually, he gave me the one that I'm carrying.
I've carried a couple different ones just because I lost one. I actually lost this one. So I bought another one to replace it. And then I lost that one and found this one.
You can't keep up with nothing.
I can't. I know. And that's why we stick them in wood.
Keep them in the same spot.
That's right.
But anyways, as you can see, we've got a couple of other knives on here.
Just for a size comparison here.
Right. These two on the ends are the Mini Griptilians. Mine has a Tonto tip. And yours?
Mine's just got the regular old pocket knife clip. I don't even know what it's called anymore.
No drop point.
Good old drop point. Well, modified drop point because it has been thoroughly abused in its lifetime.
I know how you are on equipment. Now, the thing with the Tonto tip, you got a good side and a bad side. It is a strong tipped knife. That flat edge right there is good for prying. What I don't like is how you have to sharpen them. When I'm running a blade on a stone, I like to curve action. It's not that big a deal, but
well, here, just give them a little demonstration of it, Nick. Here's a 1000 grit Edge Pro Apex stone, just to give them a little demonstration on that.
And we'll be making a video on these stones as well. But it's all straight.
I gotta hold it up so they can see it there, buddy.
Well, you know, I'm new to this whole YouTube stuff, but you got to hold it all straight, which is fine. But when I'm coming to the tip, my tendency is to curve because every other knife I have,
and it's just more natural to curve with the tip.
Right. You know, if you got a curved tip, yeah, you know, you just work with what you got. But when you're straight on both edges of the Tonto, you got to come in and you got to keep that angle on that short edge, and it could be hard to do for some folks, like me. I've always worked with short equipment, so I still have trouble with it. Anyways, get you a set of Edge Pro stones too. We'll talk about those later. Now I did mess this knife up a little bit with one of your motorized sharpeners. It ain't nothing. A little bit of metal work is will take care of. But
a few minutes on the sharpening stone, it'll be back to normal.
Yeah. Now, one thing I could say about Benchmade knives in general is their steel is very hard.
What's that one, 154 cm?
Sure is.
I believe that's what mine is. Yeah, mine's 154 cm steel as well.
It's hard to get an edge on them, but once it's there, it's there. It lasts longer than a lot of your knives out on the market today.
I will say, you know, I'm pretty hard on mine. This little pocket knife split wood. It's done all kind of stuff it's not supposed to do.
Right.
But I will say this axis lock has never once let me down.
No, that's another thing that the Benchmade is really known for, is locking mechanism. Anytime you see that on a knife, even if you don't see the name brand on it, you see the locking mechanism on the back strap of the handle, you know it's a Benchmade. Now these Benchmades do run a little higher in price, but you pay for good stuff.
Buy it once, cry once.
Buy once, cry once. And I think these Mini Griptilians, they run you $70, $90 depending on where you go. Go ahead and pay for it. I like these knives. course, today we're just talking about the mini griptilian, but the
Let's do a
Benchmade
little bit
quality runs up
Let's
throughout
do
their
a
whole
little bit of a
product
size comparison to it.
line. All right.
So, right here, go ahead and stand yours right there. So that's his compared to a Benchmade mini bug out.
Ain't gonna stay.
And that's mine compared to a mini Osborne. They're both phenomenal knives. All four knives are phenomenal knives.
Yep.
Just depends on what you want. I will say a couple things that I've run into issues with on my mini griptilian. And it's probably because I use them far outside of what you're actually supposed to do. I'm gonna do a little bit of close up here and just show you. You can see my edge is all messed up a little bit, and you can see on the back where I've struck a fire steel on it. And I mean, look at the clip. You can tell that joker's been carried. And that clip, can y'all see that? That clip wobbles on me now.
Yep, mine does the same.
And I've tried tightening it up. Another thing is my blade wobbles. Not much, just a little bit. Let's see if you can see it better when it's closed.
That's one thing that I haven't run into as far as the blade. My blade is still solid, but you know my clip does walk a little bit. And with any knife with a pocket clip on it, at some point it's gonna walk. I mean, you can put all the Loctite on it you want, but
after a while, it's gonna come loose from going in and out of the pocket and stuff like that. We'll say I sprung the clip on that one a couple times, and it ain't no big deal just to back those little screws out, bend it right back, and put it right back on. If you run into that,
I have not. I hadn't pulled the clip out. It stays pretty tight to the pocket, and every now and then you'll catch it on something, but you'll feel it most of the time.
You do feel it,
and adjust accordingly. Now, one thing I do like about this knife, going back to a couple of subjects, is the size. You know, everybody they like to brag and be bad and say, "Oh, I got this big old pocket knife." Well, you put a big old pocket knife in your pocket, you can't put anything else in it.
You don't need it either.
You don't need a big pocket.
90% of what I'm doing with my pocket knife is I get it out, cut tape on a box, or cut open one of them blister packs, or something like that, or just general everyday use stuff. Yeah. It's not like I'm trying to cut down a tree with it. And like I said, yes, I do use my stuff hard, and I've split wood with it, but that's little stuff just to split kindling for a fire. You're not doing much of it, and I know the knife can handle it.
Right. That locking mechanism really helps in that beyond the scope of work type situations.
And they're a little bit thicker than some of the competition here.
They are, but it is due to that handle.
It is, which is a very comfortable ergonomic handle.
It's very nice. A lot of the knives you'll pick up, they're thin and they're slick. If you've got oil or water on your hands, and if you're working, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have some type of foreign material on your hands.
Or even fishing. I know we've both been fishing and wanted to change lures. After we've caught a few fish, go to change lures, you got that fish slime on your hands, and they're wet, and it's just a good, reassuring, comfortable grip.
Right, and it's got enough texturing on it to where when it does get slimy, that it's not gonna slip out of your hand. And just regular use, cutting the box open, it feels good.
One thing I can say I've never tried. Have you ever put it in the dishwasher?
I have not put a knife in the dishwasher, a pocket knife in the dishwasher.
I wonder if they're dishwasher safe. Let us know in the comments below if y'all got a Benchmade knife and you've ever put it in a dishwasher. Looks like our camera girl's saying she has, and it works out all right. So take it for what it's worth. It might work out.
But anyways, got anything else to say about the Benchmades?
About the mini griptilian, I think that's about it. Like I said, I've had a couple of them and I like them pretty good, and they generally work. I will say I've moved on from carrying the Benchmade mini griptilian all the time, and be honest with you, it pretty much just lives in the tractor for cutting hay strings and stuff like that now. But I know you still carry yours pretty often.
I do, and to your point, everybody rotates through their knives.
Mm-hmm.
You carry this one for a little while, you like it, it's great, and then you go find the next latest and greatest knife.
Either that, or you just go, man, I want something different, you know?
And there's those type of people too.
And that's why I've ended up with some of these knives. Is nothing wrong with the ones before. They're still great functional knives. Just want something a little different.
Yep, carry it for a while and go to the next one. But anyways, guys, we shall appreciate it if you would give us a thumbs up, a comment, and please subscribe to the channel. We'll have more content coming out for y'all later on.
Y'all have a good one.